Blessings, blessings, brothers and sisters. This is your host. Welcome to the Real Talk, Straight Up Real Talk channel. I'm your host, Lamar. I'm sorry I haven't been doing a video for a while. We got my family and my wife and my kids moved into the house. So we've been making some adjustments, but I want to share with y'all a subject that I think a lot of us are scared or afraid to talk about. And we just don't want to talk about this because we think it shines a light on something else. We hear about the fathers not being in the homes today and how it's affected the family and how they've abandoned their children, but there's this other side that we need to address. There's this other side of this situation, circumstances that have been created that we don't want to talk about. We need to discuss, especially in the black community. I'm definitely going to deal with this. Is these man boys, these effeminate boys, these neutered young black men, easily triggered, easily angry, easily offended, very rejected, and can't think with logicity. They have no processor of problem solving skills. Their first is to react, not think. Their first thing is they treat women like other women because that's what they know. They understand they understand. They always get somewhere up in a woman's face, want to argue with her, get online, get online and backfire with her. Exchange fire and weapons with her. And when a man come and correct him, it just breaks his spirit. It's like the thing that happened with Ahab when Naboth told him no. For the father, God forbiddeth that I sell my father's vineyard of my fathers. And Ahab was so despondent and broken in spirit and small, he went and cried to his wife Jezebel. Well, that's what I'm talking about. When men get mad at other men for masculine correction, they go run to their mama, they go run to their girlfriend, they go run and tattle on like a child, and go tattletale. He didn't do this for me. He did, go tattle because mama make it better. Running to females about masculine that need a masculine answer. You're going to a feminine person that needs a masculine answer. That doesn't work. And this is a problem in the modern day church, especially in the black church. We got these effeminized man boys that can't handle no correction, no rebuke. They quit jobs easy because they get their feelings hurt. Everything's emotionalism and emotionalized to them. They don't know how to process nothing. They always cry to mom. Every time something go wrong, something breaks, something happened, I gotta call my mommy. And then you got these mature women dealing with that don't really know how to handle problems. They don't know how to handle indifference or somebody not agreeing with them. They gotta always go. They'll argue back and forth like a woman. This effeminized culture. Well, nobody can really check me and tell me anything because my feelings and my hurts. And he tried to, mama, he hurt me. You know what he made me work. He made me go to job and actually work. And this is what I've seen very commonly. And my sisters, y'all Negroes better start learning how to change. And if you don't have a man in that house, and I'm saying this out of love. I'm not saying this to tear you ladies down or hurt you, but this is the truth. I was raised in a single parent home, and I lived this reality. Okay? I lived this out, and I saw it around my peers. growing up around what I saw. And it wasn't, you can't blame the father for what he's not there to do. Now you can blame him for being absent, but why is he absent? This didn't just get like this on its own. There were some things in movement, in motion that got it there. We need to be honest with black folks. Y'all need to stop lying. You need to stop lying about stuff. Stop blaming the men for everything that went wrong. You chose that fool. You laid down with this. If he wasn't worth a good man, he wasn't worth your salt, why you give him a child? Why you lay up and give him a child? And some of y'all 1, 2, 3, 4 kids later and crying and what he ain't this, and then all of a sudden you want to paintbrush all the brothers with that man you chose. Y'all need to stop doing this stuff. You chose that Negro. You knew that Negro wasn't no good when you got with him. You knew he was on demon time. And the only reason, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, it's deeper than what we want to be honest about. Secretly, you wanted him because because if he's messed up more worse than you are, you can just point at what's wrong with him because his stuff is obvious and more open. But that hides the stuff that you got in you. That's why y'all can't sit under a good brother, a decent man that's going to bring system, order, and structure. And then your sons grow up all like you, mad, reactive, cussing, screaming, throwing stuff. And then because he saw you, the mistreatment of what the man did to you, he starts doing it. And then he acts like his daddy if he's been around, or the man you brought around him, and talks like you. Cussing, unforgiving, holding grudges. That's why these boys are like they are. That's why these boys end up hating me. You notice these same young men have a hard time with relationships with men. These young boys that I'm talking about, coming out of this energy that I'm saying, this effeminate demon that's coming over the house, they have a hard time with masculine instruction. They can't handle no masculine correction. And the only reason they can't handle it is because you can't handle it. You don't want no man telling you what to do. That's why you in the stuff you got in. When a man try to set some order on you, you start talking crazy. Stop this love. Black folks, we got to stop lying. I had to tell my own mom about this stuff. I said, well, it's you. Funny how we can get pregnant by somebody, go through all of that to get pregnant by a person, and then all of a sudden at the end of the day, he's just the worst. He's no good. You no good. We got to keep this stuff real. How can two walk together unless they agree? Knew he wasn't no good. You knew when you met him he wasn't up to no good. You knew that. You didn't care. A lot of y'all did that to rebel. I can change him. Y'all be treating these relationships like some kind of mission, like some kind of conquest. Like y'all be trying to make these relationships into a ministry. Get with these cats, you know they ain't on nothing. They ain't been on nobody's job, no time. And all of a sudden, because they met you, you're supposed to get this, all of a sudden they're supposed to turn into this responsible human being because they met you. That's not how this thing works. You giving him all this stuff, and then all you end up being to a good man is more deficit. He got to do more work for you because you've acquired more debt, more deficit, more pain, more broken heart, more distrusting the men. He got to work through all of that before he can even get to you. This is what I mean. We got to stop lying. If you ain't got a man or a husband, that's fine. You single, you got a son, get him around some men. Get him in the Big Brothers, Big Sisters program. Go to a local church that the Holy Spirit is leading you. Get him around some masculine men. And if that father's a good dude, y'all just didn't work out, let him be around. Let him have custody of his son. What you need to be with his son for? What you need to be with him for? If he's a good dude and he's taking care of his child and he was good enough to lay up and have a baby by. I don't understand you ladies that do this stuff. Y'all lay up and get these babies with these men, and then all of a sudden they the worst kind. That's embarrassing. I wouldn't even want to say nothing about that. That ain't nothing to flex about. That's embarrassing. That don't look good on you. Get on it, get these men and lay up with these brothers and get these babies and things in here, and now these kids all turned up. And then because they pick up this effeminate spirit, they start attracting homosexual men to them. Because that energy, that there's certain signals that are let off. There's certain mannerisms that are laid off, and they start attracting predators. And you wonder why that little boy, your son, has got turned out. Wonder why he getting his back pumped. Because you've allowed him to be like you. Bringing your son into the beauty shop with the girls and all that kind of stuff. Watching you talk with women. Listening to effeminate conversations. Stop that mess. Letting them wear your wigs and shoes. This be some of you church ladies, you church girls like this. That stuff is wrong. That's perverted. I better not ever catch my son putting on no wig or women's clothes and think I ain't gonna tell him nothing. You got to be out your devil deceived mind. What are you thinking about? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all gotta learn this stuff. Boy's all sensitive and soft. He can't get nothing. Nobody can tell him nothing. He hurt all the time. He's offended or hurt all the time. Hurt or offended all the time. That's effeminate. Crying, whining, upset, and there you are as his mother trying to accommodate his emotions. There you are buying him what he wants, giving him money, not making him responsible. There you are making life easy for him. It's nothing wrong with supporting your child when they're doing something, but supporting them and enabling them are two different things. This is we know the men ain't we know the dudes ain't taking care of their kids. We know, but you study keep giving them more children. You study keep giving them more. You taking care of this brother. You buying his clothes. You let them drive your car. You giving him money. These are the guys y'all take care of. Because his pipe game is strong. That's what these effeminate boys end up doing. They know how to pump, they know how to sow seed. And anytime responsibility, reality, and accountability comes to them, they get offended, they get hurt. And nobody can work well on them because they're not assertive enough. You know what, you're right. Let me work on that. You're right, I noticed that about myself. You know what, thank you for telling me that. I do need to work on that more. And they come up in a home with it's just overly nurturing to death, nurturing him to death to where he has never developed any kind of problem-solving correctional skills of thinking, logicity to think and process, because he's always feeling all the time because mama got him in her, you got him in your feelings. He ain't even in his feelings, he's in your feelings. He can't even process his own mind because he's so busy caught up in how you think and feel. And the only thing he knows is your expressions. Y'all don't want to talk. No, you sisters don't want to talk. Y'all don't want to talk about this. Ooh, y'all don't want to talk. You got these effeminate, neutered boys. Huh? No responsibility. And you up there incentivizing his behavior because he makes you feel good. And instead of him being your son, he's your other girlfriend. He's almost your effeminate gay friend you see at the salon because you made him like that. He always mad and angry all the time. That's where all that anger comes from. That's why these boys be getting mad so much. You up there having sex with all these different men in front of him. You got to understand, whoever was in the house, whoever the head of that house is, we know these brothers ain't the head of your house. You are. You the one the judge gave custodial rights to that child. That's why I'm saying this on the sisters. Y'all the ones that have the rights to the children. If the father is involved, he only gets supervised, he only gets visitation. He ain't living with the child, ain't around him all the time. He's around you. So what are you bringing around your child? All these failed relationships, all this down stuff. He ain't never heard you speak good life about men. It's me and my sisters, me and my girls, and that's all he hear admiration for. That's why he want to be like a woman, because all he hears praised is women. Y'all ladies better stop. Y'all need to get up off of that. Think I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say something on that, because it's a fact. It's a living, breathing fact. And I say it in love, sis, because your pastor ain't telling y'all like this. He ain't gonna talk to y'all. He ain't gonna let y'all know the truth. He gonna take you he gonna do like the pimp game. He gonna do you like Pookie and Ray Ray do y'all. Tell you what you wanna hear. Men are led by a vision. That's why a man that don't have a vision shouldn't be leading. Yo shouldn't be getting with a dude and you know he ain't got his own place, his own money, nothing going for himself. You already know that when you met him. You go out on dates and know he broke. Oh baby, can you get me Mr. Fitting to. Mr. Fitting to. I'm Mr. Fitner. I'm fitting to start my own business. I'm fitting to get my own place. No, you ain't ready. You looking for a mother. You ain't looking to be a husband to a wife. You looking for a caregiver. Somebody to lay up on and take care of. I can't stand to see a man like that. Lay up on a woman, don't want to pay no bills for himself. He can't take care of himself. Negro don't know how to cook nothing. Can't put no ramen noodles in the pan. Always looking for mama to fix everything for him. Every time something come up in his life, mama got to answer the call. He ain't even learned how to develop like a man, how to answer a call. Just like a baby laying in the baby manger, just crying. Somebody got to get his bottle for him. Somebody got to pick him up and burp him. Somebody got to change his diaper. That's what it's like. That's these effeminate tendencies these boys got. And every time something in life happens, they just break, they shatter to pieces. They're suicidal and crazy and all docile and weak-minded. Can't handle no kind of anything hard. Anything that takes a processing, anything that takes logic, they can't do it. Because they're not raised to think, they're raised to feel. I know this is going to make a lot of y'all mad, but I don't say this to make you just think about what I'm saying. Look at your son and ask yourself, is this how he's doing? Am I creating this environment where he's becoming effeminate? I want y'all to understand that. Bringing these crazy men around your kids. These men don't care about your child. Bringing these sexual predators around your sons and daughters. These men are perverted. Some of these dudes are on demon time overtime. And because you so rejected and you starving for attention and affirmation too, like your son is, you don't care what you bring around your child. And then you wonder why he's getting turned out. You bring these dudes around your son and daughter, they're getting turned out. Y'all can't figure out why. And you preachers ain't saying nothing on this. You pastors ain't saying nothing on this to the women. Y'all go run up under some Jamal Bryant whispering and blowing in your ear, telling you how wonderful and how straight you are. your child is messed up and all turned out. And only kind of gospel you won't preach to you is how good you are. Blessed be God. Hallelujah. You need some strong word on you. You need some reality word that's going to take you to a change. And look at yourself and realize how much you need God. Not church, not religion, not a good message, not no inspirational come up. You need this change of you need a non-compromising gospel preached to you. And I'm just crazy enough and godly enough to do it. Not gonna let nobody come around. Y'all can stop making excuses for yourself. Stop giving yourself a pass. Stop acting like a victim when the consequences hit your life. Stop blaming these fathers, baby daddies you laid up with and got babies with, that these are the bad guys. It ain't them. It ain't always these brothers. It's some of you sisters too. Smoking weed right up in your baby. The baby's in the car. You smoking a joint, getting the baby high. Having sex in front of them children. Y'all need to knock that mess off. No, you ain't supposed to be fornicating no way. Half of that, if people was, I preached that in my other video. Y'all stop acting like victims when stuff happened, when you knew good and well in the beginning where it was going. You knew that brother was no good. And I'm just saying this out of love. Y'all need to, so what's the solution? Get these men, these young boys around men. Get them around some masculine energy. Hold those boys accountable and quit letting them sit up under you. Quit letting your son sit up under you. Nothing wrong with you loving your child, nurturing him as a mother. That's what you should do. But get him around some men so he ain't always crying all the time. Get him around some masculine strength. Whining and crying like a girl. Because that's all the expression and emotion he knows is what his mama's emotion. I want this to be good. I don't say this to be mean, sisters. This is a problem. He always running. I see this in teenage boys. They always up somewhere running up and under their sister, or they running up under girls. Just like another one. I'm like, what the heck's going on? What's up with you, bro? Why are you over here with the women, dude? Why are you all up over here with their conversation? Why are you arguing with women? I think that's effeminate itself. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to say what I need to say and I'm done. Now, how you listen is going to be the determiner how I cut you off. You don't want to listen to me? That's cool. I'll just cut you off. I ain't going to argue with you. What am I arguing with you for? I said what I had to say. What we got to argue about? There ain't no argument. You either in alignment or we agree or we don't. Y'all stop hiding behind this victimhood stuff. You ain't no victim when you have a free will choice and you knew in the beginning. You ain't no victim. If you are, you did it to yourself. I say that to the brothers too. You can't be crying about her taking your money when you knew you was lusting after her in the first place. You didn't care if she was a good woman. You just wanted some. You just wanted to get her. You just wanted to bust a nut. You didn't care about if she was a good quality woman or she's submissive or kind, loving and supportive. You didn't care about to get to know her. You wanted to get between her legs, brah. So shut up talking to me about she's dogging me. She's trying to take my money. I'm hard on the brothers too. I don't get a man a pass. You out here jumping around like a little leapfrog, like a horny toad. You need to get burned. Need your behind burned up. Maybe you'll learn to slow down and stop treating yourself and women like that, like disposable trash. You need to get got. You need to be taken to court. Out here jumping around like that. But then you don't want nobody to do your mama, your sister, family like that way. But you can do it to somebody else. And you think that's a flex because you smash messing some girl up because you got a sex demon. then cry, get somewhere and cry about somebody taking all your money and all she wanted was this, when all the time you knew she wasn't about nothing either, but all you wanted was her sex anyway, because you had a lustful spirit. You knew you wasn't right. Your intentions with her weren't right, whether she was right or not. Your intentions with her wasn't right, bruh. This is why I say, black folks, I love y'all. Y'all stop lying. Stop this lying. Stop lying and playing. We need to be honest. Stop lying and playing these games with all these spirits. You know you're a man whore. You know you're a whoremonger when you can't control yourself. Watching porn. Girl can't walk by you, you looking. Shoot, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I love y'all, but I'm gonna keep it real. This is a problem in our church, in the church. This is a problem in our community. We don't want to be honest. Blame somebody else for what we knew and chose to do to ourselves. I never blame my like women or other sisters or black women for the women that I chose to get involved with. I don't even blame the women I got involved with. I chose them. I'm not out here mad at women and all these women ain't no good. No, it's not true. Some good, godly, wonderful women out here. I married one. We gotta stop playing these games. Stop lying and telling folks what we want to hear. And be real and be honest about what we're doing. Because you know our intentions with that person wasn't right to begin with. We know. We know when we ain't right. We know when we doing devil. We on deemery. You know when you're on deemery. Keep it a buck. We know good and well when we're interacting with a person, our intent of our heart, if we're on devilry. You know y'all. You didn't care about that girl. Dang, I want to hit that. Dang, she thick. Y'all don't want to talk, brothers? Y'all don't want to talk? Come on now. Y'all don't want to talk. We hold around, we want to play, and don't want to get burned, but you playing with fire. And we get caught up in this stuff because it's pleasurable. And these kids come out of these things all messed up too. Innocent children. They didn't ask to be here, and they didn't ask to be put in the situation you put them in. That's your fault. Whoever's the head of that house, you are responsible for that child. That's why it's called head of household. When you file your taxes and you claim your child, whoever claims that child on their taxes is head of household. That's who's responsible for what comes in and out of that house. You cry about how he ain't there, he ain't the head. Y'all ain't got to eat. Now, if y'all had shared custody, then y'all are equally responsible. The law determined that you are the custodial parent. You are the custodial example. So you are responsible for how that child is developed. Because you make the decision on who, what, and how is going on around that child. You gotta stop this garbage. We gotta cut this mess out. We gotta stop this mess. This is ridiculous. And you preachers and you churches ain't saying nothing on these sisters. Y'all not telling them nothing. And I love these sisters, man. I want the sisters to win. That's why I'm talking to them like this. I'm not trying to tear them down. I'm trying to build them up. Stop looking for the bag. Y'all need to grow up. Stop doing these kids, putting these kids through this stuff. You got your life messed up, go to therapy, get yourself together. Bring your kids up in that nonsense. want to be a husband or a wife, don't bring them kids around that. Let them have a fighting chance to get them around some men that love God and some masculine strength. And I figured this thing out. Y'all don't bring these boys around men because that's going to expose you. That child going to pick up on some stuff about you that they didn't see originally if they just be around you. You don't want them to see you. You want them to see everybody else wrong. And not be able to have lenses to see where you really at. I know y'all don't like it. I know y'all don't like this message. I know y'all don't. Praying that you guys take this message at heart. God love you. And I'm telling y'all this to help you, not to hurt you. Truth is gonna hurt no matter what, how I say it, how I voice it, it's gonna hurt. Stop trying to. Some of y'all get on my channel and telling me how to talk. You say that you don't say that to Simon. You didn't say that to Chef Ramsay. Don't come over here telling me how to talk. When you know you get mad, you somewhere cussing somebody out. You throwing them the bird or flipping them off when they cut you off on the road. Don't come over here telling me how I should talk. I didn't speak evil or profanity or none of that. I just called it like it is. First place, you ain't got no business telling me how to run my channel. That's the first thing you don't do. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to advice. But I don't need you delegating nothing. Don't come over here trying to delegate nothing. Don't try to rule nothing. Come over here trying to rule nothing now. I'll listen to what you have to say. I'll take in your advice. Don't try to rule nothing. Y'all be blessed to God. Thank you for listening. God bless you.